Greetings, Mindcrafters, and welcome to another Mindcraft discussion. My name is Kimberly Quinn, and I am super excited to have this talk with you today about stepping out of the drama dance, and I'll tell you, I am on such an anti-drama campaign, like I can't even do it, especially in my 50s. I mean, believe it or not, even in high school, I was never into drama, or even in middle school, I was never into drama, even when it was like the drama time. But it's funny because many seasoned adults are still in that. They're still in that. And I'm just like, oh, just step out of the current, step out of the drama current, like it's a river and you get up on the bank and not even putting your tootsies in, like staying right out. So here's the thing. There are two places mainly, two things that mainly sort of bring on the drama. And they are assumption making and taking things personally, both of which stem from the ego. Okay, remember that there's the authentic self. We're on the track to authenticity. You wouldn't be watching these videos, right? And then there's the evil twin of the authentic self, which is the ego. All things false, right? They need to be right. They need to be on top, all that stuff. So assumption making, one of the big places unnecessary drama comes from, and most, if not all, of drama is unnecessary. So that is when we just use our system one thinking. System one thinking is that fast automatic thinking. That comes from somewhere. Daniel Kahneman, author of Thinking Fast and Slow. So that system one, just knee-jerk, reactive thing that, oh, I know what you're thinking, I know what you're feeling. The only way we know what someone's thinking or feeling is by asking them, right? That's the only way. Even if you're married for 1,000 years, the only way to really know is to ask. So we make assumptions. We also make assumptions about what other people are how they're feeling, also how they're thinking, and we make assumptions about all the levels of it, right? That's what the whole gossip train is about. We also take things personally way too often because the high majority, like 95+% of what anybody says, thinks, feels, whatever, is about them. Think about it. We're all here we go. My mind is faster than my mouth. That's what's going on here. We are all our own main characters on the stage. Think about that. So anything we say has to come from our thoughts, right? Then feelings, then behavior. It's got to go through the filter of us. And so of course it's all about us. So assumption making and taking things personally. So we're really better off not making any assumptions, any at all, and not taking anything personally. And then your life will be so much smoother. And then because the ego, right? The ego gets some kind of ego fix out of being in the know. You ever had, because it's like we get a charge. We hear some gossip at work or at school, whatever, depending on where you are. And we hear this like, ooh, wait till you find out what I know. Did you know so-and-so and they're breaking up? And did you know so-and-so's getting ready to quit? She's been quietly quitting for a while. Now she's giving her notice and blah, 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 blah. And did you know so-and-so, he's supposed to be with her, but he said she was his niece, and I heard he was at a restaurant down 4 towns away from here. Man, was his wife pissed, okay? So we get some kind of charge out of knowing stuff other people don't know, even though it's spreading emotional poison everywhere. And we get an emotional, ego, I should say an ego charge. It's an ego fix. An ego fix being in the know, an ego fix being right. Okay, as I said, it's much better for us to be kind than right, but a lot of people we get hooked in, right? And then we've talked about that whole shenpa thing, which is that urge we get to just say stuff. We bite the hook because it's exciting, and we get that ego fix when we judge people because we like that feeling of belonging, even though it's not a healthy way, or to fit in. Fit in and belonging are different. The ego likes to fit in. Belonging is authentic, so I'm going to keep that over here. We like to fit in. And we can feel this temporary sense of fitting in when we dive headfirst into the drama and oh my gosh, how did you find out? Oh my God, blah, 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 blah. What's she gonna do now? And what's he gonna do now? Oh my goodness. And does the boss know yet that they're gonna quit? Okay, so this for temporarily that feels really good, but it's got like a half-life, right? Because down deep, we know that spreading that emotional poison all over the place isn't good for them for sure, and it isn't good for us either because we're sort of actively taking part in somebody's demise, even if it's like this big. So step out of the drama. Plus, who needs it? Such a gigantic waste of our life minutes. We could spend them in such a much better way. So okay. So another thing where we can so in order to we want to step out of the current, which we can consciously do, even if they're people that you like. who are usually, you know, they're really good people, because we sometimes fall into the gossip train trap, right? And we can, if you don't want to like be all preaching, nobody likes people like that saying, oh, you really shouldn't gossip. You don't have to do that either. You can just sort of be quietly effective. We talked about it. Just kind of go about your business like you're not listening, smile and nod, and just don't be a part of it unless it's something hateful, in which case, got to stand up to that. And if it's all that petty stuff, just step out of the current. And the other thing that we can do is if you need to, if it's kind of continuous and it's kind of making your environment at work or wherever, school or whatever, toxic, then it's a really good idea to set boundaries, because when we set a boundary, it says, I value myself enough to not take part in the toxicity. Thank you very much. Boundaries are about value. Boundaries are about value. We kind of know what we want to keep in, and we know what we want to keep out. And boundaries help us step out of the drama dance also, okay? So just to recap, don't make assumptions, okay? Don't take anything personally. Come some more thumbs. I'll use it in the dictionary this time. Step out of the current and set boundaries, okay? And step out of the drama dance. We don't want to be reactive. We want to be responsive. That's it. This is Kimberly Quinn signing off from Northern Vermont. Have a mindful day and drama-free.